Hello, everybody. We are Geeks Assembled. I'm Lee. That's Susan over there. And this week we're discussing a 1980 science fiction movie, which was sort of riding the waves of the success of the Star Wars um, mania back in the day. But watching this one, it's really is a remake of the Magnificent Seven in space.
Hmm.
It's it's the same. It's the story. It's the same story of mercenaries protecting. Well, saying in the Magnificent Seven, it was a village. Village. This is a planet. Um, this is Battle Beyond the Stars, starring names like George Peppard, Robert Vaughn, just to name a couple there. Um, and it's about a young man who has to go out there and find some mercenaries to protect the planet from the evil John Saxon and his overacting wig. Um,
Uh,
sorry, every time I see John Saxon in any movie, I'm always looking at his toupee. I'm sorry.
that's
but,
funny.
but anyways, yes, Battle Beyond the Stars. Let's go over to Susan with opening thoughts on this movie.
All right. Well, I I've heard I heard about this movie because MST3K was going to review it or not review it. They don't do what we do. They were going to riff it for season 14, I think, or 15, whatever their new season was going to be, but they didn't get enough in their Kickstarter, and so they had to forego it. And that's sad because this would have been a great one to riff. And I also think that this one was one that I know that they have signed on for this, a request for this on the Riff Tracks website as well. So I mean, there is a sense that this is a half good movie that is trying to be a real good movie. And I didn't see the Magnificent Seven, and now I'm realizing that I don't know exactly what you mean by that. So I guess I have to either read it or watch it or something. Anyway.
Well, so the Magnificent Seven simply is a tale of having to go and get help to protect a village, and seven mercenaries help them, and the seven in this.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, it's also Magnificent Seven is based on the Seven Samurai.
Oh, that see, yeah, that's what I heard is that this one was based on the Seven Samurai.
Yeah,
But the and I've seen part of that, most of that, and but I haven't seen Magnificent Seven, and I know I need to. And and Richard Thomas, who played John Boy in the Waltons, he
that's all I could think of when watching him. Good night, John. Bye.
it's a little hard because he's a little that was a little I mean he was a little sort of that John Boy is a big character in the Waltons, and in this one he's the protagonist, but his character isn't that different actually from John Boy. It's just in space, and you know you can tell that this is trying to pull from Star Wars because it looks their spaceship looks just like um a super star cruiser or a star cruiser flipped on its head upside down, and then the color of the engines was changed to red. So that was really interesting. And but the story was interesting.
Mhm.
I mean, and the the ones that they found to fight were, there was Gelt, who was sort of footloose and fancy free, and then there was Cowboy, and Cowboy was, he was like the, I mean, in so many ways he was very like Bo and Luke Duke. You kind of heard the same kind of attitude that the Duke boys and from Dukes of Hazzard had, including the Confederate flag on the ship. I mean, you're like, why the hell are you putting that up there? Confederacy lost the fucking war, man. What the fuck? You know, dude, are you trying to be a loser? But like, sometimes people say that it's just like the thing. And so, but then there was Sybil Danning playing the Saint-Exim and X-Men. I mean, that was right when that they were starting those X-Men comics, right about 1979 or 80. And there was Sybil Danning being really, and then Dr. Hephaestus played by Sam Jaffe. Sam Jaffe's an old character actor. And yeah, so, and then there was the Nestors, and then there was the ones, the aliens that were all the same.
Nestor.
Yeah, so those are the Nestors. Okay, so then there was the ones that were the green sort of reptilian ones. What was that?
Cayman of the
Okay, Cayman was played by Morgan Woodward then.
Who, if you're a Star Trek fan,
yeah,
will remember him as Captain Tracy.
Yes.
From was it the Omega? I can't remember what it's called now. Episode Omega Glory or something. I can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah.
Which I recently watched about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess Earl Bowen and John Goins played the Nestors, and that was there were 4 of them, so there are 2 of them that were just maybe prosthetic faces. I don't know. It's just amazing. Anyway, yeah. And then there was Kelvin and Hership and yeah, and then there was the computer's name was Nell.
Mm-hmm.
And you were just like, is that like the ship, the computer in the Blake 7? There's so many things that were just like reminders and things like that of all these other ones, and it was needed that they had all of these similarities, because we the and then we were just talking about Robert Wise and the wonderful movie Sound of Music, but a lot of his sort of long shots that he did for Star Trek the Motion Picture were replicated in this, only there was a lot more planets in this one than there were in the other one. But yeah, I mean, so a lot of the tropes of science fiction movie making were being developed, and this was an attempt at one of those. And yeah, so it was cool. And Jeff Corey as Zed, that was hilarious. Like, you recognize him.
Oh yeah.
A lot of things. And yeah.
I mean, this was produced by Roger Corman. who,
Roger Corman, who just
who,
died.
yeah, recently just passed away. He is well known for doing cult movies. Well, what become cult movies, shall we say? And this one has become a cult movie. Um, it only cost $2 million to make the budget, but
Uh-huh.
he made it on a shoestring because most of that budget went on the wages of the actors.
Uh-huh.
So, and you can tell it is a low budget movie.
Yeah.
To be honest. For me, when I was watching it again today, I was thinking this doesn't feel like a movie theater, a movie for the theater. It felt like a TV movie pilot for a TV series.
Yeah.
That's how the feeling came across. You know, I thought, well, this isn't a big budget, big screen movie. It did feel to me like a TV pilot.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's interesting. Yeah.
also, as well, you've got the special effects model designer, who was James Cameron on this,
Yeah.
who designed the spaceship with, well, I can only describe as breasts.
Uh-huh.
The one with Nell the computer. And
Yeah.
then you look at it, it is like as it goes by, it's like a woman's body.
Yeah.
And I think, how did they get away with that? We get two boobies at the front of the.
Yeah.
But then also you've got, as you say, the warrior. I don't know what's her name, who Danning was playing,
Yeah.
scantily clad.
Yeah. I mean,
All
that
she was, all she went on about was fighting and sex.
yeah.
The way kids go and watch this. How things change. Um,
You got
yeah.
plenty of side boob, that's for sure.
Also, as well,
Same,
um,
right?
I mean, John Saxon, as I've mentioned earlier,
Oh
he
my gosh. Doesn't his little facial tattoo look like you're going like this?
yeah.
I mean, I was like,
Hmm.
and I mean that's what Davros's the back of Davros's wheelchair looks like. So, I just think that these evil guys, they're always going like this to us.
I mean, yeah, Sador, he played the character Sador, of
Sado.
um, of the Malmary. These Malmary people with their makeup really did look like second-rate Klingon masks.
Uh-huh.
From what you bought from a you know, not a reputable shop.
Right, right.
Well, I was watching it, I was thinking the sort of changed design of the Klingons from the Star Trek motion picture,
Uh-huh.
and then they've sort of just gone, let's put a gash there, squish it there a bit. I'm thinking, yeah, it's a second-rate Klingon. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is where the cheapness of it came across. I mean, you say you had George Peppard playing cowboy. He didn't really have much to do in this, really.
But it was all attitude. The whole thing with him was
Mm,
attitude.
yeah,
There was no dialogue to speak of that was any decent, but
yeah,
it was all about his attitude.
and what's his face? Robert Vaughn as Gelt.
Hmm.
Um, he literally was playing because he was in the Magnificent Seven,
Oh, that's right, wasn't he?
and he was literally, while watching this, was playing the same character. Just sort of, it's,
Oh,
and
so that's really sort of a
Mm.
transferable character.
Yeah,
Mm.
and this as well. You want them. You want them to win. I mean, they did the win, but every life was lost. Every
I
mercenary,
know.
every mercenary was killed.
Yeah.
You would have thought maybe two would have survived,
Right.
but no, they killed them all off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good little movie as long as you don't take it too seriously, I suppose, because you can see the faults with it.
Yes, you can.
You can see the faults.
And that's why it's been requested so many times to be riffed by
Yeah.
Rifftrax, and it was scheduled into the 14th or the whatever season of MST3K. So I mean,
Mhm.
of course, it's that one that's sort of on the bad side of good or the good side of bad. Anyway,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can see that the cover of the DVD. You know, the- you get the lizard there, you get George Peppard there, you get the warrior there. But
yeah.
who the hell is that in this side here? I don't remember seeing a creature like
Neither do I really.
that.
But I think that they call that creature the Kopeg.
I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I don't either. I think that maybe it ended up on Kopeg.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, Corpeg was was the guy with the harpoon, wasn't he? Who was with Cayman, the lizard.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So then I
maybe
don't know who the hell that was.
maybe they're just taking liberties with drawing posters just to attract more people to see the movie, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah, so
there was
for
that Dr. Hephaestus staff member, Whitney Rideback. That guy was so funny looking and so awkward, and it was so fun to, he was comic relief.
I mean, also yeah, as you know, the androids at the beginning, where um, so this was 1980, so breakdancing and body popping was sort of just coming out, wasn't it?
Yep.
But all this, let's do android, let's do all this walking,
Yeah.
but
And then and Kathy Griffin and another guy named Griffin were both in this. But Kathy Griffin played an alien.
mm,
Yeah, she's famous for standing there with the head of one of our current leaders.
is what Kathy Griffin as the comedian Kathy Griffin,
Yeah,
the one who's had a lot of plastic surgery, Kathy Griffin.
I think so. I don't remember, but yeah, maybe.
All right, but yeah, it's it's an enjoyable movie for what it is. It's but it has become a cult movie. It has got a lot of people following it now. Um,
Well, yeah, because it's got one of those like really good story arcs. I mean, like the whole thing with that planet being attacked by Sato and his group.
I mean, I don't know if this was a vehicle for Richard Thomas to become a big movie star
Uh,
after the Waltons, but it didn't really work out that
uh,
way. Um, I think after this, he just went back to TV, didn't he? I think.
it's possible, yeah.
But yeah, it's just a fun movie for what it is. Anything else you want to say about Battle Beyond the Stars?
Um,
But
yeah, the,
what a
the
what a start for James Cameron though as well, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a lot of his stuff is I mean he played Chuck Rosenberg in the Comey role, which I just saw,
Mm-hmm.
which is all about when Comey was in charge of the FBI. And he's also in the Blacklist and Billions. So yeah, he's done quite a little bit of um, pretty popular TV. He was in The Americans, which is based on those that sleeper cell of Russian agents in that one community. Yeah, um, I enjoyed the angle that there were some powerful people, women in this part of the
Yeah, there was. Yeah,
cosmos, and that was kind of fun. And
also powerful, but also clever,
yeah,
intelligent.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Also, you've got to acknowledge the music. James Horner,
Yeah, it's like
a
and
well-known name in movies.
he took all of the major themes and altered them just slightly to put them with the Wrath of Khan, right?
Yeah, and I, I was, when you was watching the beginning of it, you thought it's very the music very similar Star Trekky,
Yeah,
but then you steal from the best, I suppose.
you do. And you if you're a good composer, you'll reuse your best riffs for other things, right?
Also, as well, we we haven't mentioned, but the being science fiction and from like Star Wars onwards, the sound of a laser gun
Oh my gosh,
is,
there was all different kinds of them.
yeah, it was all the pew pews.
There were a few Star Wars
Star Wars pew pews.
or almost. Or then there was like I was saying that it was Ben Burt really used a lot of different things to get his laser sword, but those are laser blasts. But there were a bunch of different kinds of ones in this one, and I don't remember who did the who did the special effects.
James Cameron.
Um, the pyrotechnics were done by DeMarco and George, and then and visual effects were done by James Cameron and everybody else after him. But yeah, this and then the sound effects were done by um, Alan Howarth, and I don't know what he's done, but yeah, looks like he does a lot of. He did a lot of stuff in the science fiction realm. He's done so
Mm-hmm.
much in the science fiction realm. So yeah, that's the one. Is that Howarth guy?
Yeah, I mean, you even get the feel of Battlestar Galactica in this as well,
You do, don't you? With the ragtag fugitive fleet and
and there's some of the styles of the spacecraft, the smallest these fighter crafts,
yeah,
with like the Cylon Raiders and the Vipers.
yeah.
But as you say, as we've said, you steal and make it your own.
Yep.
So, anything else before Final Saints go?
No, that's it was the first time I've seen that.
Oh, cool.
And so I really hadn't there hadn't been that many times that I've seen you know, Richard Thomas uh outside of the roles of on the TV. So
Well, I'm sure, wasn't he in? I might be getting this wrong, but I remembered him in It, the TV movie with Tim Curry.
oh yeah, probably.
Wasn't he in that? Let me just have a look. Filmography. When was that? I could be wrong. It's somebody else. No, no, I'm wrong. Somebody who looks like him.
Okay.
Positive. So what would you give this out of 10?
Well, I'm looking at IMDb and they have it as 5, but it's a hell of a lot better than 5. I give it 7.5. Um, Planets in Danger out of 10.
Oh, cool.
I'll give, I'll give it 1 for every one of the mercenaries. You know.
Well, I'll give this 7 alcohol dispensing belts out of 10. I want one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it tries to be something better than it is, shall we say? But it's still a good watch. If you
Yeah.
want adventure and pew pews, you can't go wrong. So, you guys, have you seen Battle Beyond the Stars? Let us know. Let us know what you thought of it. Leave a message below on this video. We share it on all the social media platforms. Also, leave a message if you want to join us talking utter rubbish every week, because we like doing that, don't we, Susan?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, and a big rest in peace to an old cast member that we lost this past short while. His name was Jeffrey Keep. He was Beef Dad, and
Yeah.
he was important to us, and we'd
Yeah.
like to, a moment of silence for him.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. And
That's yeah. He'll be missed. He appeared on plenty of our vidcasts,
for
so
sure.
you can go and have a look at those because he was always having a laugh. Yeah. So R.I.P. Beef Dad. Yeah. What was I going to say?
You're gonna say that you need a camera, a microphone,
That was it, yeah. Yeah.
and a device
Yeah.
that
You need.
takes it, and then to let you know that's what we're gonna do for getting together.
I don't even have to say it now, do I?
You don't have to say any of that, but there's still the other part about what to do when you're on YouTube or,
Hmm.
or about social media. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, that's all right. Forget it. You've done it now.
I only did that the one part. Jeez,
Oh, it's all right. So yeah, just join us. We have fun every week. Just me and Susan. It would be nice to have other people with us.
sure,
You freshen it up a bit.
sure,
Keep it, keep the engine going.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Also, yeah. Subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. Just press the bell notification button, and you'll get notified every time we put a video up. Uh,
Um,
I can't get used to that when you do that every time, though.
sorry.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, as we said, just a few minutes ago. R.I.P. Beef Dad Jeffrey. Um, you know, hope you're looking down on us doing this, carrying on, and yeah, you'll be missed. So here's to you.